Welcome to the IABC Houston Virtual Bronze Quill Awards. My name is Austin Staton, President of the IABC Houston chapter. These are very unique times with so many changes happening throughout our society, ranging from COVID-19 to economic change and social unrest. Although we wish circumstances allowed us to host this event in person, the IABC board felt it was important for us to pause for a moment during this tumultuous time to recognize the talent, hard work, and impact that our members have had on the clients and audiences they support. It's always a treat to honor the accomplishments in our profession and recognize the best that Houston has to offer. We also know that everyone's eager to see their colleagues and be social. As communicators, we all know that human contact and physical presence is the most essentially human way to connect. So we are planning to have some kind of in-person event when health officials provide more clear guidance on when an in-person event would be safe. For tonight's virtual broadcast, we will recognize our Downs Matthew Memorial Scholarship winner, our Executive Communicator of the Year, and a special performance from Ben Jackson of Magic, Music, and Mayhem. To kick off this year's recognition, I'm proud to start things off by announcing our annual Downs Matthews Memorial Scholarship winner. The IABC Houston Student Scholarship is in honor of Downs Matthews, an IABC Fellow and founding member of IABC Houston. Downs passed away in 2014 and throughout his incredible career was a consummate communicator and role model. Downs helped set the standard of excellence for organizational communication in Houston and around the world. I know that many of you watching this broadcast considered him a friend and beloved colleague, and we are so proud to continue to honor him every year with this scholarship. The IABC Houston board elected to increase this year's scholarship to $2,500, and the applicant pool was extremely competitive. This year's Downs Matthew Memorial Scholarship winner is Houston resident and current Syracuse student Peyton Campbell. Peyton currently maintains a 3.7 GPA at the prestigious Newhouse School of Public Communications, where she is majoring in graphic design while also pursuing a minor in entrepreneurship. At Syracuse, she's no stranger to the Dean's List. She serves as the school president for the National Association of Black Journalists. She is also a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and a Newhouse ambassador. And honestly, if we're being honest, her college resume puts mine to shame. I know we couldn't honor Peyton in person this year, so she's actually joining us now on the virtual stream. Peyton, you're incredibly talented and have a passion for storytelling. What was it that made you want to study communications and graphic design?
Well, I was really interested in going into more of the visual communications aspect of it because as an adolescent, I found that a lot of the media that I consumed and a lot of the magazines that I read, it didn't reflect who I was. I was a really nerdy student who loved to read, who loved to do homework, and a lot of what I was seeing in the news and on television just really showcased Black girls as really just into fashion and not really having intellectual capacity and the same intellectual capacity that I held at the time. And so I knew I wanted to change the narrative. I knew that that's not what I was reflected to be, and that's not who the people that I was around, all my friends, that's not who we were. And so I knew at a young age that I wanted to shift the narrative. And so the best way I found to do that is to create a new narrative and to showcase a different photo and to showcase a different visual image of who I am and who my Black community is.
What does it mean for you to be recognized with the 2020 Downs Matthews Memorial Scholarship?
It's a really great recognition, and it's something that I really, really cherish because, as I said, I'm an entrepreneurship minor, and so I really wanted to find different ways and different avenues where I could promote myself in business. And so I really think that earning this award will really help navigate me and my interests and really help expose me to a lot of great entrepreneurs here in Houston and just around the world, because I do want to go on to create my own business one day. And so this recognition and this scholarship is truly amazing for me.
Peyton, on behalf of the IABC Houston chapter, I want to congratulate you on winning the 2020 Downs Matthews Memorial Scholarship and I really look forward to seeing what you accomplish throughout your career.
Thank you all so much.
Congratulations to Peyton again. She's an incredibly talented communicator who is going to accomplish anything she puts her mind to. Now, with that said, we could not have this virtual gala without the generous support of our sponsors. First up, we would like to recognize the IABC Houston Diamond Partner, Pierpont Communications. For tonight's event, they're serving as a gold level sponsor. And for over 30 years, Pierpont has represented the country's most influential brands and is the largest independent PR, marketing, digital, and integrated public affairs firm in Texas, serving clients regionally, nationally, and globally. At Pierpont, they're focused on building strong and lasting client partnerships, and they do so by delivering measurable outcomes that mirror your organizational goals. Next, we would like to recognize our in-kind gold level sponsor, The Fifth Business. The Fifth Business is in the business of engaging people. They know that how you manage change and communicate with your workforce makes or breaks any kind of business endeavor. They believe that by engaging people to embrace change, they can help your business realize your organization's untapped potential. Also, special thanks to Linda Rodriguez for all of the creative work that you've seen. She was behind it all, and the Bronze Quill Awards could not have happened without her. And we really could not have had this program tonight without the hard work of this year's Bronze Quill Committee. With so much uncertainty over the past several months, this group of volunteers has worked hard to adapt to the unfolding situation and ensure that the Bronze Quill Awards continue so that we can recognize the work of our members. This talented group has volunteered their ideas and organizational skills and countless hours to make this happen. During this time, they've put together a social media plan and actually stuck with it. They've developed some incredible creative. We've communicated with all of the entrants and winners, and they have made sure that this gala has gone off without a hitch, and so much more. Special thanks to Paul Gannon, Hattie Horn, Haley Ross, Shay Sullivan, Carrie Whittisley, Seneca Bryson, Dasha Ivanova, Olivia Ross, Linda Rodriguez, and Cheryl Cordes. Before we recognize our Executive Communicator of the Year, I do want to provide a quick State of the Chapter address. This past year has been historic for the IABC Houston chapter. From launching a mentorship program, to navigating a pandemic virtually, to winning 6 chapter management awards, and being the IABC International Chapter of the Year. I couldn't have imagined this 12 months ago when we were networking at the Junior League of Houston. Our organization was founded 50 years ago by a group of individuals who were committed to improving personal and professional growth, as well as organizational effectiveness through strategic communications. Despite the recognition this year and the challenges that we faced, we're not done. We cannot be complacent. As members of IABC, I'm challenging you to push the envelope as we head into the next board year. Learn a new skill, find a mentor or mentee, launch that podcast because you want to tell a compelling story. As communications professionals, you can gain from lively networking, current information access, and lifelong learnings and friendships with other IABC members, but only if you invest in yourself. It has been my absolute pleasure to serve as the IABC Houston president, but this year would not have been a success without our unbelievable board of directors. Haley, Andrew, Ruth, Deanna, Amanda, Lauren, Shay, Helen, and Paul, and even past presidents like Mary, John, Thomas, and Jordan. Thank you for all that you have done and will continue to do to help elevate our profession. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't give an extended thanks to our diamond partner, Pierpont Communications, Phil, Clint, and so many more on the team. Thank you for your kindness, your support, and truly being a model of success that all communications professionals should look up to. On that note, each year IABC Houston recognizes the achievements of a local leader who actively supports communications by initiating, directing, supporting, or sustaining outstanding and effective communication program. This year, our board of directors is honoring Brian Green, President and CEO of the Houston Food Bank, as our Executive Communicator of the Year. The board selected Brian for his excellence in strategic business leadership and dedication for providing food for better lives in the Houston community. In his role, Brian provides leadership and oversight to the Houston Food Bank, which distributed more than 100 million nutritious meals through the network of 1,500 community partners in 2019. Brian has served on numerous Feeding America Network committees, the National Council, and on Feeding America's board. In addition to his role with the food bank, Brian has been active in the Global Food Bank Network. I'm excited to have our 2020 Executive Communicator of the Year, Brian Green, join us. Brian, congrats on the recognition. Obviously, we are facing a pandemic and an economic crisis right now. How have you been able to ensure that the food bank doesn't run dry during this time?
Actually, our biggest resource, our most valuable resource, are the volunteers. That is what's made Houston Food Bank so successful, is we could have so many volunteers, and we had managed to make it, I think, a fun and productive experience enough that we have just last year was 85,000 people volunteer. After this experience with COVID, it's harder because the social distancing has dramatically reduced how many people can work in the facility at any one time. Now we've set up multiple sites now so we can spread the volunteers out. But then because this is a pandemic, people are also concerned for their own safety, and that has cut down on volunteering. So it's made the work actually a lot harder. Now we've had the community respond in other ways. The financial donations really picked up. And so we've been able to, for instance, hire temporary workers who are laid off from the hospitality industry in particular. The National Guard has been helping. We've had many of the local companies providing resources of different sorts. And that's enabled us to actually be able to pull off this output despite all the obstacles that have been thrown in our way.
From a communications perspective, why is it important to ensure that the food bank is communicating effectively with its partners, the community, donors, and key stakeholders to ensure that we can feed those in need?
Actually, our biggest resource, our most valuable resource, are the volunteers. That is what's made Houston Food Bank so successful, is we could have so many volunteers, and we had managed to make it, I think, a fun and productive experience enough that we have just last year was 85,000 people volunteer. After this experience with COVID, it's harder because the social distancing has dramatically reduced how many people can work in the facility at any one time. Now we've set up multiple sites now so we can spread the volunteers out. But then because this is a pandemic, people are also concerned for their own safety, and that has cut down on volunteering. So it's made the work actually a lot harder. Now we've had the community respond in other ways. The financial donations really picked up. And so we've been able to, for instance, hire temporary workers who are laid off from the hospitality industry in particular. The National Guard has been helping. We've had many of the local companies providing resources of different sorts. And that's enabled us to actually be able to pull off this output despite all the obstacles that have been thrown in our way.
What does it mean for you to be recognized as the Executive Communicator of the Year?
For me personally, to be recognized as Executive Communicator of the Year makes me say, oh my goodness, the other people must have had a bad year, because it's not me. I'm telling you, I'm not a design person. I'm not that great at what's the best way to craft this message. We work with volunteers and paid staff who are really good at this. And I know I have just learned over the years that when it comes to, what is the best way to do a marketing plan? What is the best design to have it? I don't care what my opinion is. I want to work with people who understand that. I know what we are and what we're trying to be. And then, I worked with great professionals over the years. Betsy Ballard, who was our communications chief. I mean, she did great work. Ellie Malavis, so much of the branding that you see, that was her idea. Adele Brady, our communications director now, they're the ones that are making this happen. I'm just trying to, I'm about the mission.
If you're giving advice to another business leader, what would you tell them about the role of communications when it comes to community involvement?
One of the things that we say a lot is go for the wow. There's a reason why we don't remember most of what happens in our lives. It's because it's not remarkable. And we get our most gain when we find what is good and we make it remarkable. And we've really pushed that heavily in how we are as an organization, how we create the experience for people who want to do good, but then and also how we present ourselves to the community. It's go for the wow, find what's good. Don't be satisfied with that. Make that great, and then really push heavy on that. That's kind of our biggest thing.
Brian, thank you again for all that you do in our community. We're really grateful to see the work that you do with the Houston Food Bank. And although we couldn't recognize you in person, we hope to do so in September. Congratulations on being the IABC Houston Executive Communicator of the Year.
Thank you very much for this award. I will cherish it.
Before we get to the awards, I wanted to turn it over to Ben Jackson for tonight's virtual entertainment. Ben, take it away.
IABC Houston family, how's it going? My name is Ben Jackson. Thank you for that warm introduction, Austin. You look fabulous. Love that jacket. Tonight we celebrate the Bronze Quill Awards, Excellence in Communications. And I'll tell you this, it's just me in this magic studio, and I thought tonight, let's go behind the curtain. I want to share with you a piece of magical apparatus that is used in covert communications. I'm talking about a marked deck. A marked deck of cards. Some people say, Ben, that's me. They say, Ben, how do I know if someone is using a marked deck? Well, this is your first clue. Be on the lookout. But when the deck is in play, be sure to take a peek at the edges. Because if you see some funny little black dots on the edges, they may be used in the old edge marking system, which to the layman looks like binary code. No rhyme, no reason, but to the conjurer, it opens up a whole world of communication. All the cards are there, hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds, no particular order, no rhyme, no reason. And as ridiculous as it sounds, we're going to have a card selected. All right, here's the idea. I'll turn my head, I'll look away. Doesn't matter. Take a peek at it. Hope that's in frame. Good. We make do, right? Now, I could give the deck a couple of casual cuts, but this is the Bronze Quill Awards, and IABC Houston was awarded the International Chapter of the Year. So let's raise the bar, shall we? I'm going to give this deck a special type of shuffle. We call this the IABC Houston Shuffle. That means I take the pack and weave it in every other card exactly. And when that happens, you'll see the ink rearrange to say Bronze Quill 4 times. I'm going to do that again due to the amazing lack of response. Okay, let's try it again. That's crazy. Look at this. One shuffle. That's splitting the deck 26 and 26 by feel alone and weaving it in every other card exactly. You'll see it start just to fade right into existence right there. Bronze Quill twice. I get chills being around me. I really do. I'm going to do it until you enjoy it. Okay, watch. One last time. Tonight we recognize excellence in the worlds of PR and marketing and executive communications. Tonight we celebrate the Bronze Quill. Look at this. One last time, 3 times a charm. The Bronze Quill Awards. Now, every great communicator is also a great storyteller. And hopefully you remember how this story got started when the deck was first shown in chaotic order, but now, because of that IABC Houston shuffle, we have put the deck back in brand new deck order. Get out of town. Look at that. That's all the hearts back in brand new deck order, followed by the clubs, the ace through king of clubs, followed by the diamonds, kinging through ace through diamond, and that's all the cards back like they come from the factory. Now, I could stop right there, but you know what? Hey, I still have to find that card. So I will. I'm going to find it in 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One card flies out. Blinding speeds. Bam! The ace of... I'm sensing a disconnect, a failure in communication. It's close. I can see the disappointment in your eyes. It's like it's close. It's not exact, but that's okay. That's okay. All you do is you take the watch the ink. Watch the ink start to slowly. How do we do? Did we get it? Oh man, that's a good sign. That's a good sign right there. All the cards back. I knew it had to be one of these, right? Well, anyway, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to be of service. I appreciate the invitation to come on out and do some entertainment through the screen. And if I didn't mention it already, I should also say, happy 50th Bronze Quill Awards. Again, folks, my name is Ben Jackson. Hope you have a great night. Ta-ta. See you soon. Austin, back to you.
Ben, absolutely incredible. My mind is blown as usual. And if you would like to learn more about Ben or perhaps see him perform live in person at the Four Seasons here in Houston, be sure to check out his website, benjacksonmagic.com. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get to the hardware. This year, we will recognize all winning entries by company or organization in alphabetical order. Then we will announce Best of Division and Best of Show, the top awards for our 2020 competition. All of our winners fell in 2 categories that were open for entry: communications management and communication skills. Communication management covers projects, programs, and campaigns that are guided by communication strategy. Winning entries demonstrate how the project applied a full range of planning and management skills, including research, analysis, strategy, tactical implementation, and evaluation. Communication skills includes marketing and communication elements that showcase technical skills such as editing, writing, design, and multimedia production. Winning entries demonstrate strategic alignment, the creative process, and measurable results. Before we begin the recognition, I wanted to mention that something is very unique with this year's winners, and it's 2020, so why shouldn't anything be different? All of the winners this year have achieved the level of excellence. Congratulations on this remarkable accomplishment. The Bronze Quill Committee recognizes that this probably hasn't happened in the history of the awards program, but after a thorough review and vetting of every entry and their scores, and incorporating additional judging, this is how the cards fell. We simply had some exceptional entries in 2020. And now for the winners.
BP America, Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Employee Engagement, Westlake 1 Building Redesign after Hurricane Harvey, Hattie Horn. CONSTELL Media, 2 awards, Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Audio Visual, BTO 20th Anniversary Tribute, Rolando Guayardo. Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Audio Visual, Near Patient Testing for Hepatitis C feature, Rolando Guayardo. HARDIN-FRANCIS Enterprises, Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Marketing, Advertising, and Brand Communication, RightWise Communication Marketing Refresh, Mary Hardin-Francis. Integrate Agency, Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Customer Relations, Modern Acupuncture's No Tox Campaign. KRATON Corporation, 2 awards, Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Digital Communication, Sustainability Website, KRATON Markham and Sustainability Team. Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Publications, Sustainability Report 2018, KRATON Markham and Sustainability Team. Quill and Ink, Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Writing, Purpose Prize, Elizabeth Fordham. The Real Estate Center at Texas A&M University. Award of Excellence, Communication Skills, Publications, Telling Our Story, Real Estate Center 2018 to 2019, Annual Report and Calendar, Real Estate Center Communications. Ward, 3 awards, with Agreco, Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Media Relations, Agreco, from Community Choice to Experienced Partner, with Susan G. Komen Houston. Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Special Events, Getting Ink for the Pink, with the Texas Apartment Association. Award of Excellence, Communication Management, Issues Management and Crisis Communication, Mitigating Negative Media Reporting. Best of Division, first of 2 awards. For Division 1, Communications Management, in the category of Employee Engagement. BP America's International Communications Team wins Best in Division for Westlake 1 Building Redesign after Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Harvey submerged the first floor and basement of BP's Westlake 1 building with floodwaters, causing extensive damage. While assessing the damage, an opportunity arose to redesign the spaces to be more collaborative, modern, and inspiring. BP's internal communications team utilized a strategic communications campaign to engage with employees during the building's redesign process. Judges praised the team for reimagining what could have been a routine construction project into an employee engagement opportunity and showing the true value of their organization. The campaign's holistic approach received high marks for creating authenticity and transparency that contributed to a positive sentiment. Issue management demonstrated that the employees' voices were heard and that they mattered by quickly making changes and communicating that back to employees. Each communication goal was well thought out with supporting objectives. Plus, establish desired engagement goals to exceed average benchmarks was an excellent way to track success. Congratulations to the BP America Internal Communications team on its Best of Division win. And now for the Best of Division 4, Communication Skills in the category of Special Events. Ward and Susan G. Komen Houston for Getting Ink for the Pink. Susan G. Komen, the foundation famous for fighting breast cancer, has an annual Pink Honor Roll event to celebrate the year's top fundraisers for the Komen Houston Race for the Cure. Judges noted this entry's high quality and consistent messaging with excellent connections and engagement with relevant target media channels. A hyper-local approach that paired pitches to the honorees' zip codes was effective. Judges also liked the ability to view the links to various media coverage and review Ward's press releases. The media outreach matrix was nicely designed and easy to follow. As for engagement, the vast majority of 2019 Pink Honor Roll inductees made the 2020 roll, and the list of those who raised more than $1,000 grew 44%. Overall, the campaign helped to raise $300,000 more than the 2018 race on only a $7,000 budget. Congratulations to Ward and Susan G. Komen Houston for this Best in Division 4 award. And now for this year's top award, the 2020 IABC Bronze Quill Best of Show, BP America, Westlake 1 Building Redesign after Hurricane Harvey. Congratulations to all our 2020 Bronze Quill Award winners. It was a robust competition, and IABC Houston would like to thank all the entrants.
It has been an honor to serve as your president this year and host the virtual Bronze Quill Awards. As a member of the Houston IABC chapter, I know how hard you all work every day to help organizations and leaders across the city communicate with employees, the media, our communities, and stakeholders of all kinds. At the core of everything that we do, we help create understanding. It is our mission to bring people together. Even when we can't come together physically, we bring together people's hearts and their minds. Thank you for making a difference in these challenging times. Every June marks the end of the IABC Houston board term, and in just a few short days, we will have a new board to lead us through the 2020-2021 term. And to close tonight's program, please welcome our incoming president, Haley Ross from ITC Global.
Good evening. I'm Haley Ross, your incoming IABC Houston president for the 2020-21 term. I'm so happy you joined us for this unique edition of the annual Bronze Quill Award ceremony. Thank you to those who submitted your work accomplishments, and congratulations to all of our winners and to everyone who proudly showcased their work. Despite the world changing dramatically over the past few months, it's been fantastic to see our organization harness our collective creativity and innovation in continuing our programs on virtual platforms. Beyond all the great contributions our board has made to achieve this success, I'd also like to recognize our member volunteers for stepping up to serve under uncertain circumstances and despite the distractions now present in our daily lives as we work from home. Thank you to all for supporting these events and for embracing a new way to connect. By joining together as a communications community, this time has only made us stronger as an organization. We hope that you've been able to see that as well. As I look forward to beginning my term in July, I'm excited to continue serving with many current board members, as well as some new faces stepping up to lead. Our team has accomplished so much this year with Austin's leadership, and I'm looking forward to keeping that momentum going into the new year. Our proposed slate for the new board will be distributed on Monday to all members. And as a sneak peek, you may recognize some of the new team, which includes Amanda Swinnis, Todd Gregory, Lauren Williams, Shay Sullivan, Paul Gannon, Ruth Elliott, Deanna Werner, and Helen Fisher. You'll have an opportunity to see the full team and to cast your vote to affirm the new board next week. And stepping into my new role, I hope that together we can grow our organization through continuing to appeal to our broad communications audience with a variety of topical programs. We've seen such value in our new initiatives in the past couple of years between the institution of our Networking 9 dinners, the mentorship program, and the Business Communicators podcast. I want to see that continue in order to bring more communicators together in our community with the goal of learning and professional support. While we continue to monitor the current local guidance on in-person gatherings, we're excited for the day we can return to our regular professional development and networking events that are an important part of our organization. We'll keep you informed on our fall events in the coming weeks. Finally, I'd like to remind you that our volunteer team is never complete. We'd love to get you plugged in, whether it's greeting guests at our monthly luncheons, helping to plan networking happy hours, or even working behind the scenes in an area of interest. We welcome new volunteers to join us throughout the year. Simply send us an email at volunteer@iabchouston.com. Thank you again for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Haley. And as we close out tonight's festivities, let's have another hand for our sponsors, who, without them, this virtual event would not be possible. Thanks to all of you for your dedication in helping all communicators celebrate their hard work and results tonight. Thank you, Pierpont. Thank you, The Fifth Business. Without our sponsors, none of this would be possible. I ask that if you need a service that either Pierpont or The Fifth Business provides, to give them a call. Thank you again for tuning in to Facebook and YouTube to watch this virtual stream. I hope that you enjoyed it, and congratulations again to all of our award winners in 2020.